What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Absolutely a Gamble. Week 2 was fantastic. I got my first 5 out of 5 week right out of the gate. I am super excited. I am so happy to be, doing this giveaway this year. And I'm hoping that I get a whole bunch of weeks where I get a perfect week so that I can send my subscribers, some cash and hopefully grow the family. I'm excited. I can't wait for the rest of the season. Week 3 is here, and it's time to try to do it again. First off, I'd like to start by saying that my subscriber count is only at 11. That is the number of subscribers that are visible. So if you would like to be part of the drawing every time I get 5 out of 5 correctly, you have to make your subscription public. I have to be able to see it on my end, because then if I don't see your name on my end, then I can't put you in the randomizer. So therefore, if your subscription is not public, you will not be eligible to be part of this raffle that I do every single weekend. If you don't know how to make your subscription private, what you can do is on your About Me section that's on your YouTube channel, there should be a little square, or there should be a little section that has a pen on it where you can edit your own profile. Now, when you click on that little pen, it's gonna open up a list of things that you can turn on and off, and making your subscriptions public or private is one of those options. If your subscription is public, even if you are subscribed to my channel, I cannot put you in the list of names for drawings if I do not see your subscription. These are the 11 people whose subscriptions are currently public, and these are the 11 people who were involved in this past week's drawing. Let's get into the fun stuff, man. For my first game, I have the Houston Texans going to Jacksonville to play the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are favored in this game, and I really don't know why. The Jaguars are 1-1 with their victory coming against an 0-2 Panthers team, and the loss that they had came against a Bengals team that lost Joe Burrow for a good portion of the game. Meanwhile, Houston, on the other hand, lost to a 2-0 Rams team, and they also lost to a 2-0 Bucs team. So therefore, the level of competition that Houston has played is much better than a level of competition that Jacksonville has played. And I don't see anything as far as a mismatch anywhere in this game that would favor Jacksonville. Jacksonville's O-line is not good. Houston's D-line, their defensive front, is great. Jacksonville's wide receivers, I think they have one great wide receiver, and then the other guys are kind of just okay. But Houston has a stable of DBs, so I think Houston has the advantage there. Houston's O-line is a little shaky too, and Jacksonville's D-line is a little bit iffy. But I think that Houston has the advantage when it comes to wide receivers versus the Jaguars DBs. So because of that, my first bet is going to be Houston Texans money line. I'm pretty sure it's still at plus money, and I don't usually like taking plus money bets for my best bets, but I think the spread is something like 1.5. So if that's the case, I might as well just take the risk, take the plus money bet, and just pick Houston money line. I think it's possible this game could be a close game, so I would not be surprised, but I definitely think Houston should come out with this victory. Next up, we have the Chargers versus the Las Vegas Raiders. This one is actually pretty simple. It's a divisional game, and these two teams I don't think are close at all in level of talent and execution and, the way that the operations are run. I don't think that the Raiders are there yet. The Raiders are a brand new team. The Raiders' only victory is against the Patriots, which the Patriots aren't that good of a team yet. They are, very competitive, but I think the Chargers are just on a different level than the Raiders. I think Chargers money line is the best bet here, and I wouldn't be surprised if the Chargers ended up beating them by 7, 10, 14 points. It would not shock me at all. The Chargers are a really, really solid team this year. Year 2 of Harbaugh is usually the year where his teams explode. Next up, we have the Unk game of the week. This week, we have a bunch of backups that are playing, and it actually, I think, is going to make for some really exciting, steady football. I know everybody likes the young guys. They like the explosions and the big plays and things like that. And these savvy veterans, they can also do that same thing. They can get you a few explosive plays a game, but I think that these offenses will function a lot better with their backups. Because of that, I am taking the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Minnesota Vikings over 41.5 total points. I took this at 41.5 on Wednesday, but I think it's risen to 42.5. So that means, the points keep going up. I think that means that this is going to be a shootout. I think these two guys are going to execute their offenses in a way that, the guys before them didn't. I know that Browning is probably not going to put up better numbers than Joe Burrow, but I do think that Browning will have, a different feel to the offense, and I think that he'll spread the ball around a lot, and I think that it'll look closer to, a league average offense, but they have better than league average players. And in Carson Wentz on the other side, Minnesota Vikings, I think that, JJ has been a little gun shy so far in these first two games, aside from the fourth quarter in that first game. So I think that Wentz will be able to keep this offense on track. I think Justin Jefferson has a good day. I think TJ Hawkinson becomes viable. I think that they'll focus on the run game and do, a lot of play action. So, I see a big day from both offenses. And because of that, I think for over 41.5 points is the best bet. If they have it at 42.5, what you can do is get the alternate line at 41.5, which is what I'm doing just to be safe. Still some pretty great odds. Next up, we have the Monday night game between the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions. I know I'm picking another Monday night game. If the four Sunday legs hit, then I'm going to have to wait Monday night to sweat it again. But I'm very confident in this Monday night bet too. And history is pretty much on the side of the bet that I chose. For this game, specifically, I am choosing over 52.5 total points. I think that the Baltimore Ravens are going to score at will. I don't think that there is a defense in the league that can stop the Baltimore Ravens. I think the only thing that can stop the Ravens is themselves. I also think that the Lions might have figured, a little bit of something out last week when they played the Chicago Bears. I don't think that the Chicago Bears are a good defense right now by any means, especially because they lost, a couple of DBs. But I do think that the Lions have enough firepower that they can put up some points on this Ravens team, because the Ravens defensive backs they're getting old. Those guys are long in the tooth. They've been hurt. They're, a tick slower than they used to be. So I think that guys like Amon-Ra, Jameson Williams, Sam Laporta, I think those guys will be able to take advantage. Jared Goff is also very good in primetime games. I know a lot of people are concerned about him not doing that well in outdoor games, which is the reason why I'm not picking the Lions or the spread or anything like that, because this over can still hit even if the Lions have an average or below average game. It's possible that, for example, the Ravens get up big and they score 30 plus points, and then the Lions end up chasing the Ravens at the end of the game, because the Ravens have this really bad habit of letting their foot off the gas in the third and fourth quarter. So because of that, the Lions have a chance to put up some points. And I think it would take maybe 35, 36 points from the Ravens, and then 15 to 20 points from the Lions. And I think that's very doable in a game where they'll likely be playing from behind. Or this could just be one of those good old-fashioned shootouts where both teams are going back and forth. Either way, I think a ton of points will be scored. I think a bunch of touchdowns will be scored. And I'm picking over 52.5 total points. Last but absolutely not least, I had to throw my guys in there. My final bet of the week is the Indianapolis Colts going to Tennessee and whooping the Titans. Yeah, you heard what I said. Whooping the Titans. The current spread is -4.5 in favor of Indianapolis, of course. But for my best bet, I am taking Indianapolis money line. It's more guaranteed. It also covers me just in case we end up winning by 3, or in case we end up winning by 1, or in case we end up winning by 2 for whatever reason. Taking the money line instead of the spread guarantees me that I at least have a 5-point cushion, so that way I don't have to worry about that 5 points in between. As long as the Colts win the game, that is all I need for this bet. Colts money line is my favorite bet of the week. Favorite bet. As always, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for joining me for week 3. I hope that this weekend is fun for everybody. I hope, all your fantasy teams do well. I hope all your bets hit. Anybody who's tailing this bet, please do me a favor and go on my Twitter, which is my handle, absolutely. I'm going to post it here. I'm going to post a picture of it, and send me a picture of your winning slip. Mention me, send me messages, whatever the case may be. We're going to ride this thing out together. Let's have a great one, and I'll see you all back here for week 4. Have a great weekend.